got 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Okay,
Yeah,
look
30
good,
seconds
look
now.
good. Let's go.
Yes, he's inside the building. He has trouble. Wait, no, wait.
The Lady Rebels beat Air Force University, and they are headed to Mountain West Conference Finals.
Local spots are doing their part in supporting women during Women's History Month.
Lynch. Welcome to Studio G. My name is Kyra White.
And I'm Yavni. Thank you for joining us.
Tensions are still hot in Ukraine. Russia is continuously bombarding Ukraine and even attacking civilian targets.
Earlier today, a Russian airstrike hit a maternity hospital in Ukraine. Russia and Ukraine have tried to make ceasefire to get civilian evacuation routes. But as of now, these plans have not come to fruition, and the civilian death toll continues to rise.
Companies such as MasterCard and Visa have also suspended their operations abroad in Russia amidst their Ukraine invasion.
The Ukraine Chief Executive Officer Al Kelly stated that Visa and MasterCard have now suspended their operations within Russia. Transactions issued inside and outside of the country will no longer work, and that they will also work with clientele to cease transactions there. This can also have significant economical effects, as MasterCard and Visa stated that in 2021, about 4% of their net revenues came from Russia alone. According to the White House, Joe Biden welcomed the decision. Reporting for Studio G, I'm Brianna DeLeon.
As the war continues, there are many more companies joining to support Ukraine. The latest companies were Pizza Hut, Starbucks, McDonald's, and Coca-Cola.
A January 6th rioter is the first to be found guilty in relation to the Capitol riots. Guy Ruffett is the first Capitol rioter to stand trial, and he has been found guilty on all counts. The verdict was made within 4 hours of deliberation. Ruffett is the first of 750 rioters who have been charged for the acts that happened on January 6th. Footage from Ruffett's GoPro that he had on his helmet were used against him in court.
The Senate has also made lynching an official hate crime. Many are surprised that this bill has barely been passed in 2022. The Senate has ununanimously passed the Emmett Till Anti-Lynching Act, unlike the House, which had a vote of 422 to 3 to make lynching a hate crime. Previously, there had been over 200 attempts to make this act a crime since the 1900s. None had been passed until today.
More than 200 failed attempts to outlaw lynching. Congress is finally succeeding in taking the long overdue action by passing the Emmett Till Anti-Lynching Act. Hallelujah, it's long overdue.
Yesterday, the Florida State Senate passed a bill which limits discussion of sexual orientation and gender identity in schools. The bill will also give parents more access to their children's health and medical records. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has signaled for support for the bill, but there has also been a lot of criticism on the bill.
Many of you in here, my colleagues, many of who I've known for years, I believe that we all want to do right. But it seems as if politics we have gone down a road to where we're scared to just step out.
Student LGBTQ activists protested the new bill outside of Florida State Capitol on Tuesday, and Disney executives have been urged to publicly oppose the bill. After this break, we will have more on one of the largest animal clinics and a preview on a local vegan taco shop.
If you're a parent, you've done it all this past year. But the one thing you may not have done is take care of yourself. At Boys Town, we know that a parent's mental health is important too. Visit boystown.org/stressedout for great self-care tips for parents. You can even download an ebook to guide you and your family through self-care strategies. Because healthy parents are key to happy families.
Many local spots in the Valley are doing their part in showing support during Women's History Month. Brianna De Leon has more on the scene.
Happy National Women's History Month. I'm currently here outside of the Discovery Children's Museum here in Las Vegas, where they're currently running events for children in the Valley to let them know why this month is so special.
The Las Vegas Discovery Children's Museum is a nonprofit dedicated to providing children of all abilities, backgrounds, and beliefs access to a fun and exciting educational experience. This year, for Women's History Month, they have dedicated time to provide insight on the importance of the month through interactive activities such as drawing, puppetry, and history retelling. The educational programming is said to go on for the rest of the month. Reporting for Studio G, I'm Brianna De Leon.
The general admission starts at $15.50, while local admissions are discounted at $13.50. So make sure to check out the programming while it lasts.
The Animal Foundation is located on North Mojave Road and East Harris Avenue. Studio G reporter Jacob Teller provides us with an update on their services.
The Animal Foundation recently held a free vaccine clinic this past weekend, vaccinating 759 dogs and cats. In 2021, the foundation saved nearly 16,000 animals and returned approximately 4,500 animals to their owners. The foundation also has a food bank open to the public at all times. I spoke with Kelsey Peasy about her experience working with the foundation for the past few years.
It feels good that you're able to help animals every day. My position here, I get to tell stories about the animals. I love storytelling. I love animals, so it kind of goes hand in hand. And of course, the happy ending, seeing those animals get adopted at the end of the day. You know, you see them come in, maybe they're injured, maybe they're hurt, they need help, and then to see that happy ending, it just feels so good for everyone that works here.
It is important for dogs and cats to have all of their vaccines in order to go outside just like their fellow owners. If you are a pet owner that is struggling to keep your furry friend fed or vaccinated, head to the Animal Foundation to check out their open food bank or to schedule an appointment. This is Jacob Teller, reporting for Studio G.
The Animal Foundation is one of the largest clinics in America. They are open daily from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m.
A local Latina-owned vegan taco shop has expanded its operation. Studio G reporter Jonathan Corral brings us more.
Las Vegas Tacos, a local vegan taco shop, has officially begun its weekly Taco Tuesday curbside pickups after gaining major success with their taco stand pop-ups. Founder Gabriela Perez explained how and why she began Las Vegans.
I've been vegan for 8 years, and previous to that, I used to have like a small catering business. And when I became vegan, I said I cannot continue to do my traditional catering business. I said I have to close it down and start literally veganizing all the stuff I grew up with. And that's what I've been on my mission for 8 years.
Viewing it more than just a small business and more as a way of giving back, Las Vegans puts a major emphasis on community.
And as we grow, we definitely want to give back to the community in any way we can. With any organization that we can, that's our focus. And that's something big, and all of us are in our team that we look forward to.
Being a Latina-owned business is also something that Las Vegans takes pride in and encourages people to support minority-owned establishments.
It's important because it seems like it's difficult for us to get out in the community and start a business. So getting that, back from the community, it means a lot. It's a big support.
Expanding Las Vegans' service beyond pop-ups and moving it towards curbside orders allows Gabriela to further perfect her Latina vegan cuisine.
And it's been a journey. It's been a journey because as all these years, I literally not until I perfected the dish that I was able to offer it. Especially with this location, I'm going to be able to add way more to our menu than just the pop-ups, what we offer at the pop-ups. Yeah.
For more information about their next curbside pickup or pop-up location, be sure to follow Las Vegans Tacos and try some of Las Vegas's best vegan food in the city. Reporting for Studio G, I'm Jonathan Corral.
Check out Las Vegas Vegans on Instagram at _Las Vegas Vegans _Las Vegans _.
I am now very hungry. It is around lunchtime, so my mouth is watering.
That looked amazing.
You couldn't even tell the difference that it was vegan food.
You really couldn't.
Could have fooled me.
The weather has been up and down lately, but is more stable weather in the future. Quinnell Jones has your weather update after this break.
Dominic is a husband and a father. Chris is an athlete. Chris is even an Ironman. But 10 years ago, Chris was facing a very different story because his kidneys were failing.
Basically, the doctor said, if you don't get a kidney transplant and if you don't do dialysis, you are going to die.
Fortunately, Chris received a second chance at life, made possible by an organ donor.
You know, your well-being changes, you know, from loss of hope to better times ahead.
More than 100 million people in America are registered organ, eye, and tissue donors. People of every age and ethnicity, because they believe it's the right thing to do. Imagine what you can make possible by leaving behind the gift of life. Learn more and sign up as an organ, eye, and tissue donor. Go to organdonor.gov.
Hello, Las Vegans. I'm Quinnell Jones, and I'll be your weatherman today. Right now, today's high is about 70, 9 mile per hour winds. Slightly cloudy, not too many clouds today. Valley temps all across the board will be around 70s to the high 60s. Up in North Las Vegas, you have 71. Summerlin, 68. Coming down to Sunrise, 71. In Central Las Vegas, we have 71 and 69 in Anthem and Enterprise. And then over in Henderson, we also have 71 and 69 in Boulder City. And then our weather headlines today, like I said, it'll be mostly sunny, low wind speeds for now, and then it'll be clear and chilly at night a little bit, so just make sure we're covered up in our blankets. Our evening planner will have about 69, 69 at 3 p.m., and then at 6 p.m. will be 67. At 9 p.m. we'll go down to about 58, and then at midnight when you guys should be in bed, it'll be about 54, but it'll be clear skies tonight. Tomorrow morning, it'll be around 49 at 5:58 when the sunrise, so it'll be pretty good to jog. I would be in sweats and in a jacket just in case. For our 7-day forecast, like I said, 71 today. It'll get really cold tomorrow, and at 56, 66 on Friday, and then for the weekend, 71 and 77. It'll start to heat back up. Spring is definitely around the corner, as we'll go to 78 and 82. And that'll be all for our weather. Did you know the Women's Center is no longer called the Women's Center? Studio G reporter Luis Soto has more.
The Women's Center is no longer the Women's Center. I spoke with Christina Hall, who comments on this change, as well as shares what services they offer.
We've transitioned to the Care Center for a couple of different reasons. The first reason is because we felt it was more inclusive of the folks that we serve. And also we have transitioned our focus away from a gender equity center to more of a anti-violence center. So here at the Care Center, we work with students, faculty, and staff at UNLV, Nevada State College, and CSN, the Colleges of Southern Nevada, who have experienced or have been impacted by sexual violence, relationship or family violence, and intimate partner stalking.
If you or a loved one may need these services, you can go to unlv.edu/care center to schedule an appointment. Luis Soto reporting for Studio G.
If you would like to visit the Care Center, their office hours are Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., located on UNLV campus by the Student Registration Building and the Cox Pavilion. Coming up next, Yavni Gully will have an exclusive interview with the president and vice president of the Multicultural Greek Council. Don't go anywhere.
If you're a parent, you've done it all this past year. But the one thing you may not have done is take care of yourself. At Boys Town, we know that a parent's mental health is important too. Visit boystown.org/stressedout for great self-care tips for parents. You can even download an ebook to guide you and your family through self-care strategies. Because healthy parents are key to happy families.
Oh. Today, I'm joined by the Multicultural Greek Council President, Carlos, and Vice President, Andrew. Thank you guys for joining us. Welcome.
Yeah. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
So first, I would like to ask, what is the Multicultural Greek Council?
So for us, the Multicultural Greek Council, we're pretty much a Greek organization on campus. We're pretty much letter-based, but we do fraternities, sororities, but for us, our main focus is pretty much on cultures, diversity. We focus on different tasks. So for us, we're more than just, Greek letters. We're Greek letters with a purpose on campus.
So yeah, we mainly focus on mostly for academics, community services, and personal development for any of us, for our members. So yeah, that's what MGC is all about.
Perfect, and anyone can join these fraternities and sororities, correct?
Absolutely, yeah. Anyone can.
Yeah, and you guys have an event coming up. It's your Around the World event. Can you tell us a little more about that?
Sure, yeah. So Around the World, it's scheduled for March 22nd, which is a Tuesday. It's pretty much every org has been asked to assign a different country. So for my org, we specifically wanted to do Mexico. So every org is assigned a country, and for us it's, bring a dish, and with the dish we provide a meal, and with the meal we provide, information, and we provide, facts about, the countries, and we pretty much want to give insight, It's more like of a, educational event. We want to pretty much inform, about different cultures. The thing is with UNLV, the diversity and the culture, that's what makes us, a unique university here on campus. So for us, that's a great way to embrace it.
And Andrew, why do you think it's important to have these types of events and to highlight these different cultures? I know he mentioned UNLV is a very diverse campus, but what does that actually mean to you?
Diverse, it means it's important to have a representation of different cultures because in today's times, most countries that people focus on, like China, Mexico, things like that, but there are other countries that people may not have heard of. So it's very important for the public to know about certain countries that they haven't never visited before or actually never heard of. So it's very important to educate the public about certain cultures and things that mean a lot, especially to our members who are part of our organizations.
Awesome. And you guys have all these cool events and everything. So where can people find more information about MGC and your guys' upcoming events?
So you will find it on our Instagram called UNLV-MGC. So that's where you can find more information about that. You can go to our website, their Fraternity Sorority Life website. So there are different organizations that people want to take a look at. And there could be also chapter websites too, in case people want to take a look at certain organizations. So, yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for taking time out of your day. Yeah. Upcoming next, we will have more on the Lady Rebels semifinal matchup versus the Air Force Falcons and the latest news from Apple.
Chris Domine is a husband and a father. Chris is an athlete. Chris is even an Ironman. But 10 years ago, Chris was facing a very different story because his kidneys were failing.
Basically, the doctor said, if you don't get a kidney transplant and if you don't do dialysis, you are going to die.
Fortunately, Chris received a second chance at life, made possible by an organ donor.
Your well-being changes, from from loss of hope to hope to better times ahead.
More than 100 million people in America are registered organ, eye, and tissue donors. People of every age and ethnicity, because they believe it's the right thing to do. Imagine what you can make possible by leaving behind the gift of life. Learn more and sign up as an organ, eye, and tissue donor. Go to organdonor.gov.
The Lady Rebels hosted the Air Force Falcons in the Mountain West semifinals Tuesday night. Studio G reporter Nick Todorovich has more on the game.
The Lady Rebels and Air Force Falcons played a back-and-forth semifinal matchup Tuesday evening. Both teams seemed to be zoned in on the defensive end, and this led to a low-scoring game throughout the first 3 quarters. Star players were making tough buckets for both teams, but UNLV shooting guard Essence Booker took over in the fourth when she felt her Lady Rebels begin to lose some momentum.
She just told me to continue to stay aggressive. Sometimes I feel like they tell me and they remind me that I'm my biggest critic, so I tend to put my head down sometimes, and I'm the leader, so she has to remind me to pick it up. She just told me to go out there and play basketball.
I told her, I said, go win this game for us. And she did.
After a back-and-forth night, the Lady Rebels found a way to beat the Air Force Falcons 61-50. The Rebels were led by their star players, but they'll need a total team effort to win it all Wednesday night. Reporting for Studio G, I'm Nick Todorovich.
Last night, Colorado State upset New Mexico State, meaning that the Lady Rebels will face Colorado State in the Mountain West Conference Championship. The final is Tuesday night, 7:30 p.m.
Yeah, the game tonight should be one to look for. The Lady Rebels have been killing it all season, and I don't think this is the end for them at all.
No way.
The Las Vegas Motor Speedway was filled with excitement as fans crowded the tracks for the Pennzoil 400 over the weekend. Studio G reporter Jacob Teller provides us more with a recap.
The Pennzoil 400 took place at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway this weekend, lasting from Thursday all the way to Sunday. The top 3 positions were taken over by Chevrolet Sunday afternoon, with Hendricks Motorsports teammates taking home first and second. Alex Bowman finished first, and Kyle Larson came in second. Hometown hero Kyle Busch placed fourth, failing to win in his city, which he has only done once back in 2009. NASCAR will make its return to the Las Vegas Motor Speedway on October 16th for the South Point 400, which will be one of the final 4 races to wrap up the 2022 season.
The NFL Combine was held in Indianapolis this past weekend, with star-studded athletes showcasing their talent. Studio G reporter Jacob Teller has more.
This year's draft class came zooming into the Combine, with the average time being 4.71 seconds, which is the fastest average for the 40-yard dash of all time. Running backs, receivers, linebackers, defensive backs, and linemen had the fastest groups ever in terms of their positions. The biggest story revolved around defensive end Jordan Davis, standing at 6'7" and 341 pounds. Clocking in at 4.78 seconds, which is unheard of for a man over 300 pounds, Davis ran a faster 40 than Super Bowl champion Patrick Mahomes. Scouts had an opportunity to see the top prospects of the draft, such as Malik Willis, Aiden Hutchinson, and Kyle Hamilton. Now that the Combine is over, scouts mark their calendars for pro days around their nation as we inch closer to the draft. This is Jacob Teller, reporting for Studio G.
UNLV will have their very own pro day held at the Fertitta Football Complex this Friday. Keep up to date with all things football leading up to this year's draft, which is being held in Las Vegas.
WNBA superstar and U.S. gold medalist Brittany Griner was arrested in Russia over the weekend. She was stopped in the airport as Russian officials claim that they found hashish oil in her bag. She's facing up to 10 years in Russia prison, but American authorities are working on getting her back to America safely. The WNBA's New York Liberty was threatened to be dismantled after the team owners charter flights for their players. The WNBA has strict rules enforcing players to buy their own flights. The Liberty was fined $500,000. Today is the anniversary of legendary rapper and 4-time Grammy nominee Biggie Smalls. Studio G reporter Jacob Teller has more.
It has been a quarter century since the deadly shooting of rap legend Biggie Smalls, aka the Notorious B.I.G. Smalls, whose real name was Christopher George Latour Wallace, was killed 25 years ago on March 9, 1997. After leaving a music industry party in Los Angeles, a vehicle pulled up to the Chevy Suburban he was riding in and opened fire. The iconic rapper was just 24 at the time and at the height of his success. Biggie's last song that he recorded came a day before his demise when he made the song Victory for Puff Daddy's Debate album. Smalls was killed just 6 months after his former friend and rap rival Tupac Shakur was gunned down in Las Vegas. The murders of two legendary rappers remain unsolved to this day. This is Jacob Teller reporting for Studio G.
Apple held their peak performance event yesterday where they announced new products and updates. Reporter Matthew Guanga has more on the story.
Apple unveiled a new color for the iPhone 13 models, the iPhone SE 3rd generation, new iPad Air, Studio Display, and Mac Studio. The 3rd generation iPhone will pack in the latest A15 chip and sport the same familiar design that customers come to know and love. This will be the cheapest iPhone to be released with 5G network capabilities. This will be the only iPhone to come out in 2022 to have Touch ID and an LCD display. All the current models of iPhone sport an OLED display. The new iPad Air that was showcased on stage is just like the iPhone SE. There will be no design change. This long-awaited update for the iPad will bring it up to speed with the current 6th generation iPad mini that was released last fall. It will include the M1 chip and center stage for the FaceTime camera. The Mac Studio comes with the M1 Max chip or the new M1 Ultra chip. The new chip can support up to 18 streams of 8K ProRes video playback. It has up to 8TB SSD with 7.4 gigabit read speeds. With all the products set to announce, more are on the way this year. I'm Matthew Guanga reporting for Studio G.
These products will be available for customers to purchase later this month. So are you an Apple or Android person?
I am a full Apple person, from my phone to my iPad to my laptop. It's funny because my parents are both Androids, but everyone else in our family is Apple, so that definitely divides the house, but I love my Apple products. Tinder plans on helping people surface red flags about potential dates through easy and affordable criminal background checks. Beginning this week, Tinder users will be able to use an integrated background check found in the Safety Center. Tinder users are typically cautious, but with this new integration, it will be easier to filter out what you want to swipe left on.
In other news, Taco Bell's and Doja Cat's latest collab broke the internet this morning. Doja Cat announced yesterday on TikTok that she would be creating a jingle about the artist's favorite menu item, the Mexican pizza. The Mexican pizza was removed from the menu last year, but will be returning after much controversy, including a petition with over 100,000 signatures.
Do you follow Doja Cat on TikTok?
I do. I love Doja Cat.
Doja Cat brings a whole new element to PR on TikTok. And she draws in so many people, and it's so funny. And now she's partnering with Taco Bell, which I don't know if you're a fan of Taco Bell.
Oh, I can see. Yes, I love Taco Bell.
I don't know. Me and Taco Bell don't have the best relationship, but I can see the appealment to it.
Happy birthday, Barbie. Barbie is officially debuted today, March 9th in 1959. So, are you a Barbie person or a Bratz person?
I was a Bratz girl growing up.
Okay.
I definitely have transitioned to Barbie now that Barbie is on social media. She has a YouTube channel. I do subscribe to the Barbie channel. It's my guilty pleasure and everything. But yeah, I was a Bratz kid growing up, but I think it's cool.
Yeah, I love Barbie.
Thank you for watching.
Be sure to tune in Thursday at noon for more Studio G.
Oh.